Alex, are you headed up? Sounds like a little theme situation for each. Nick, go ahead and flash your lights. How are we looking backstage? You're 1 minute. So just do the best you can with that camera and this one. I can go put the battery pack in the other one. Got 5 seconds. Take off. You put this. I don't know if this is working anymore. It's not working anymore.
Hi, I'm JoJo,
And my name's Amelia.
and we're your stage managers for this evening's show of Romeo and Juliet.
In case of an emergency, there's exits in the right and left of the theater.
And there will be an intermission in the middle of the show, and make sure to keep your phones on silent and no flash photography, please.
Thank you and enjoy the show.
Households, both alike in dignity, in fair Verona where we lay our scene.
From ancient grudge break to new mutiny, where civil blood makes civil hands unclean.
From forth the fatal loins of these two foes, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life.
Whose misadventure peace overthrows, doth with their death bury their parents' strife.
Death marked love and the continuance of their parents' rage.
Which but their children's end not could remove. is now the 2 hours' traffic of our stage.
The which if you with patient ears attend, what here shall miss, our toil shall strive to mend.
A dog of the house of the Montague moves me.
To move is to stir, and to be valiant is to stand. Therefore, if thou art moved, thou runnest away.
Moves me to stand. I'll take the wall of any man or maid of the Montagues. Draw thy tool. Here comes two of the house of the Montagues. My naked weapon is out. Quarrel, I'll back thee.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you bite your thumb at us, sir?
Is the law of our side if I say aye?
No.
No, sir. I don't bite my thumb at you, sir, but I do bite my thumb, sir.
Do you quarrel, sir?
Quarrel, sir? No, sir.
If you do, I'm for you. I serve a man as good as you do.
No better?
Say better.
Yes, better.
You lie!
Draw if you be men.
Heart, fools! Put up your swords! You know not what you do!
Art thou drawn among these heartless hinds? Turn thee, Benvolio, and look upon thy death.
I do but keep the peace.
Oh, what, draw and talk of peace? I hate the word as I hate hell, all Montagues, and thee. Have at thee, coward. Oh!
Strike! Beat them down! Down with the Capulets and down with the Montagues!
What noise is this? Bring my longsword home!
Thou villain Capulet! Hold me not, let me go!
Rebellious subjects! Enemies to peace! Profaners of this neighbor-stained steel, throw your mistempered weapons to the ground and hear the sentence of your moved prince. 3 civil brawls, bred of an airy word, by the old Capulet and Montague, have thrice disturbed the quiet of our streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For on this time, on pain of death, all men depart.
Who set this ancient quarrel new abroach? Speak, nephew, were you by when it began?
I drew to part them. In an instant came the fiery Tybalt with a sword prepared, which, as he breathed defiance into my ears, he cut about the winds and swung about his head, with nothing hurt withal, hissed him in scorn.
Oh, where is Romeo? Saw you him today? Right, God I am, he is not in this fray.
Madam, an hour before the worshipped sun peered forth the golden window of the east, a troubled mind drove me to walk abroad. Though early walking did I see your son. Towards him I made, but he was ware of me and stole into the covert of the woods.
Many a morning hath he there been seen, with tears augmenting the fresh morning's dew, adding more clouds to clouds with his deep sighs.
My noble uncle, do you know the cause?
I neither know it nor can learn of him.
Oh, see you where he comes, so please you step aside. I'll know his grievances are much be denied.
Come, madam, let's away.
Good morrow, cuz.
Is the day so young?
But new struck 9.
Oh, ay me. Sad hours seem long. Was that my father that went hence so fast?
It was. What sadness lengthens Romeo's hours?
Not having that which having makes them short.
In love?
Out.
Of love?
Out of her favor where I am in love.
Alas, that love so gentle in its view should be so tyrannous and rough in proof.
Alas, that love whose view is muffled still should without eyes see pathways to his will. Where shall we dine? Oh me, what fray was here? Yet tell me not, for I have heard it all. Here's much to do with hate, yet more with love. Why then, oh brawling love, oh loving hate, oh anything of nothing first created, feel I this love that feel no love in this. Dost thou not laugh?
No, 'cause I'd rather weep.
Good heart at what?
At thy good heart's oppression.
Such is love's transgression. Farewell, coz.
Soft, I will go along. And if you do leave me so, you do me wrong.
I have lost myself. I am not here. This is not Romeo. He is some other where.
Tell me, in sadness, who is it that you love?
What should I groan and tell thee?
Groan? Why, no, but sadly tell me who.
In sadness, cousin, I do love a woman.
I aimed so near when I supposed you loved.
Right fair markman, she's fair I love.
Oh, a right fair mark fair, cuz as soon as hit.
Well, in that hit you'll miss. She'll not be hit with Cupid's arrow. She hath Dian's wit. She'll not stay the siege of loving terms, nor bide the encounter of assailing eyes, nor ope her lap to sink seducing gold. Oh, she is rich in beauty, only poor that when she dies, with beauty dies her store.
So, she hath sworn that she will live in chase?
She hath, and in that sparing makes huge waste.
Be ruled by me. Forget to think of her.
Teach me how I should forget to think.
Examine other beauties.
Show me a mistress who is passing fair. What doth her beauty serve but as a note where I may read who has passed that passing fair? Therefore farewell. Thou canst not teach me to forget.
I'll pay that doctrine, or else die in debt.
What say you to my suit? But saying over what I have said before. My child is but a stranger to this world. She hath seen the change of 14 years. Therefore, let 2 more summers wither in her pride, or we might think her right to be a bride.
Younger than she, our happy mother's maid.
And too soon martyr those so early made. But woo her, gentle Paris. Get her heart. My will to her consent is but a part. And she agreed within her scope of choice. Lies my consent in fair according voice. This night I hold an old accustomed feast, whereto I've invited many a guest, such as I love, and you amongst the store. 1 more roast merry makes my number more. Come, go with me. Go, sirrah, trudge about through fair Verona and find those persons out whose names are written there. To them say that my house and my welcome on their pleasure stay.
I'm sent to find the persons whose names are here writ, yet I cannot find the names the writing person hath here writ. I must to the learned. In good time.
Yo, why art thou mad?
Not mad, but bound more than a madman is, shut up in prison, kept without my food, whipped and tormented. Good evening, good fellow.
God get, good evening. I pray, sir, can you read?
Aye, if I know the letters and the language.
Ye say honestly, rest you merry.
Stay, fellow, I can read. Signor Martino and his wife and daughters, County Anselmi and his beauteous sisters, the lady widow of Vitruvio, Signor Placento and his lovely nieces, Mercutio and his brother Valentine, mine uncle Capulet, his wife and daughters, my fair niece Rosaline, Livia, Signor Valentio and his cousin Tybalt, Lucio and the lively Helena, a fair assembly. Whither should they come?
Up
Up whither?
to our house,
To whose house?
my master's.
Indeed, I should have asked you that before.
Now, I'll tell you without asking. My master is the great rich Capulet, and if you be not of the house of Montagues, I pray, come crush a cup of wine. Rest you merry.
At this same ancient feast of Capulets slips the fair Rosaline, whom thou so loves, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither, and with unattainted eye, compare her face to some that I shall show, and I shall make you think thy swan a crow.
One fairer than my love, the all-seeing sun, nor met her match since first the world begun.
You saw her fair, none else being by. But in that crystal scales let there be weighed your lady's love by some other maid, and she shall scant show well what now seems best.
I'll go along, no such sight to be shown, but to rejoice in splendor of mine own.
Nurse! Where's my daughter? Call her forth to me.
Now, by my maidenhead at 12-year-old, I bade her come. What, lamb? Why, lady? God forbid, where is this girl? What, Juliet?
How now? Who calls?
Your mother.
Madam, I am here. What is your will?
This is the matter. Nurse, give leave a while. We must talk in secret. Nurse, come back again. I've remembered me. Thou hears our counsel. Thou knowest my daughter is of a pretty age.
Faith, I can tell her age unto an hour.
She's not 14.
Well, I'll lay 14 of my teeth, and yet I have but 4. She's not 14. How long is it now to Lammas-tide?
A fortnight and odd days.
Even or odd, of all days of the year, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Susan and she, God rest all Christian souls, were of an age. Well, Susan is with God. She was too good for me, but as I said, come Lammas Eve at night shall she be 14. Oh, 'tis since the earthquake now 11 years, for she was weaned. I shall never forget it. Of all days of the year upon that day, for she could have run and waddled all about, for even the day before she broke her brow. And my husband, oh God be with his soul, was a merry man, took up the child. Yea, quoth he, oh, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou hast more wit, wilt thou not, Jewel? And by my holiday, the pretty wretch left crying and said,
Oh, enough of this, I pray thee, hold thy peace.
Oh, yes, madam. Yet I cannot choose but laugh to think it should leave crying and say I. But I warrant it had upon its brow a bump as big as a young cockle stone. Oh, perilous knocking, it cried bitterly. Yea, quoth my husband, dost thou fall upon thy face? Thou wilt fall backward when thou comest to age, wilt thou not, Jewel? It stinted and said I.
And stint thou too, I pray thee, nurse, say I.
Peace I have done. God mark thee to his grace, thou wast the prettiest babe that e'er I nursed. And I shall live to see thee married once I have my wish.
Mary! That Mary is the very theme I came to talk of. Tell me, daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married?
It is an honor that I dream not of.
Well, think of marriage now. Here in Verona, younger than you, ladies of esteem are already made mothers. By my count, I was your mother much upon these years that you are now a maid. Thus, then, in brief, the valiant Paris seeks you for his love.
Oh, a man, young lady. Ooh, lady, such a man.
Verona's summer hath not such a flower.
Oh, nay, he's a flower, in faith, a very flower.
What say you? Can you love the gentleman? This night you shall behold him at our feast, read o'er the volume of young Paris's face, and find a light writ there with beauty's pen. This precious book of love, this unbound lover, to beautify him, only lacks a cover. Tell me, speak briefly, can you like of Paris's love?
I'll look to like if looking liking move, but I will no more endart mine eye than your consent gives strength to make it fly.
Madam, the guests are come, supper served up, you called, my young lady asked for, the nurse cursed in the pantry, and everything in extremities. Now, I must since wait. I beseech you, follow straight.
We follow thee. Juliet, the county stays.
Go, girl. Seek happy nights to happy days.
Give me a torch. I'm not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, Romeo, we must have you dance!
Not I. You have nimble shoes with dancing soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings and soar with him above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers. And so, bound under love's heavy burden, do I sink.
To sink it is, should you so burden love, Romeo? Too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like thorn.
With love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for the pricking, beat love down.
Come and no sooner in, but every man betake him to his legs. And we mean well in going to this mask, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I had a dream tonight.
Well, so did I.
What was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
In bed asleep, where they do dream things true.
Oh, then I see Queen Mab hath been with you. She is a fairy's midwife, and she comes in a shape not bigger than an agate stone on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn by a team of little Antomies over men's noses as they sleep. Her chariot, an empty hazelnut. Her wagon spokes, long spinner's legs. Her whip, cricket's bone, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not so big as a round little worm plucked from the lazy finger of a maid. In this shape she gallops, night by night, through lovers' brains, and they dream of love. Or ladies' lips, who straight on kisses dream, which oft anger Mab with blisters plagues, for their breasts with sweetmeats tainted are. Sometimes he driveth over a soldier's neck, and he dreams of cutting foreign throats. This is the hag that when mates lie on their backs, presses them and learns them first to bear, making the women of good carriage. This is
Peace! Thou talkest of nothing.
True. I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, more inconstant than the wind, which even now woos the frozen bosom of the north.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done, and we shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars shall bitterly begin his fearful date with tonight's revels, and expire the term of a despised life still closed in my breast by some vile forfeit of untimely death. But he that hath the steerage of my course, direct my sails.
Strike drum.
On, lusty gentlemen.
Welcome, gentlemen and footed girls. This is DJ Pied Piper, hoping thou'st have a good night.
Check, yes, Juliet, are you with me? Rain is falling down on the sidewalk. I won't go until you come outside. Check, yes, Juliet, kill the limbo. I'll keep tossing rocks at your window. There's no turning back for us tonight.
What lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder knight? She doth teach the torches to burn bright. Seems as though she hangs upon the cheek of night as a jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Has my heart loved till now? Swear at sight, for I ne'er saw true beauty till this night.
This, by his voice, should be a Montague. What dares the slave come hither with an antic face to fleer and scorn at our solemnity? By the stock and honor of my kin, to strike him dead I shall hold it not a sin.
How now, kinsmen? Wherefore storm you so?
Uncle, this is a Montague, our foe.
Young Romeo, is it?
'Tis he, that villain Romeo.
Hence thee, gentle coz, let him alone. Bearest him a portly gentleman, therefore be patient. Take no note of him.
If fits from such a villain as a guest, I'll not endure him.
I say he shall. What good men, boy? I say he shall. Go to. Am I the master here, or you? Go to.
My uncle, 'tis a shame.
You are a saucy girl. If so, well said, my heart. You are a princox. Go. I'll make you quiet. Oh, cheerly, my hearts.
I shall withdraw, but this intrusion, now seeming sweet, will turn to bitter gall.
I profane with my unworthiest hand, holy sin is this. My lips, two blushing pilgrims, ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Good pilgrim, you do wrong your hands too much, which mannerly devotion shows in this. For saints have hands that pilgrims' hands do touch, and palm to palm is holy palmer's kiss.
Have saints not lips, and holy palmers too?
Aye, good pilgrim, lips that they must use in prayer.
Let lips do what hands do, then big pray, grant thou, lest faith turn to despair.
Saints do not move, though grant for prayer's sake.
And move not, while my prayer's effect I take. Thus, from my lips by thine, my sin is purged.
Then have my lips the sin that they have took.
Sin from my lips? Oh, trespass sweetly urged. Give me my sin again.
You kissed by the book.
Your mother craves a word with you.
What of her mother?
Mary Bachelor. Her mother is the lady of the house.
Is she a Capulet? Dear account, my life is my foe's debt.
Away, begone, the sword is at its best.
So I fear, more is my unrest.
Come hither, nurse. What is yon gentleman?
His name is Romeo, and a Montague, the only son of your great enemy.
My only love sprung from my only hate, too early seen unknown and known too late.
What's this? What's this?
A rhyme I learned, even now, from when I danced with all.
Anon! Come, let's away. The strangers all are gone.
Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn back, dull earth, and find thy center out.
Romeo! Romeo!
Oh. On my life, hast stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and left this orchard wall. Oh, good Marcutia.
Nay, I'll conjure too.
Romeo!
Hubris! Madman! Passion! Lover! I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eyes, by her high forehead, by her scarlet lips, by her fine foot, her straight leg, and her quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie. That in thy likeness thou appear to us!
He hath hid himself among these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
Love be blind, it cannot hit its mark. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here, which means not to be found.
Jests at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. See how she leans her hand upon her cheek? That I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek. Ay me, she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night being o'er my head, as is a winged messenger of heaven.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. O Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I never shall be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screened in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By a name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and this place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
Oh, with love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. Oh, I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed by the farthest seas, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden's blush be paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will believe thee. But if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. Lovers' perjuries, they say, Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon,
I swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, which monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
Oh, do not swear at all. Or, if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
My dear heart's love
Well,
is
do
set.
not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract here tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love, by summer's ripening breath, may prove to be a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. Sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I did give thee mine before thou didst request it. Juliet? I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu.
Juliet!
I come anon. Stay but a little. Sweet Montague, be true. I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night. Being in night, I'm afeard all this is but a dream.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time wilt thou perform the rite? To all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon! But if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam?
By and by I come! To cease thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Schoolboys, love goes toward love, like schoolboys from their books, but love from love toward school with heavy looks.
Romeo! What o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgotten why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remembers it.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that we shall say good night till it be morrow.
Peace be in thine eyes, sleep in thy breast. Would that I were sleep in peace, so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly friar's close cell, her help to crave, and my dear hap to tell.
Now, ere the sun advance its burning eye, with day to cheer and night's dank dew to dry, I must fill this austere cage of ours with baleful weeds and precious juiced flowers.
Good morrow.
Benedicite! What early tongue so sweet saluteth me? Young son, it argues a distempered head, so soon to bid good morrow to thy bed. Thou art uproused by some distemperature, or, if not so, then here I hit it right. Our Romeo hath not been to bed tonight.
That last is true. The sweeter rest was mine.
God, pardon sin. Wast thou with Rosaline?
With Rosaline? Oh, no. I have forgot that name, and that name's woe.
That's my good son. Where hast thou been then?
I'll tell thee, ere thou ask it me again. I have been feasting with mine enemy, when on a sudden one hath wounded me, who's by me wounded. Both our remedies within thy holy help and physics lie.
Be plain, good son, and homely to thy drift. Riddling confession finds but a riddling shrift.
Then plainly know that my dear heart's love is set on the fair daughter of rich Capulet. So mine on hers as hers is set on mine. When and where and how we met and wooed and made exchange of vow, I'll tell thee as we pass. But this I pray, that thou consent to marry us today.
Oh, holy Saint Francis! What a change is here! Is Rosaline that thou didst love so dear so soon forsaken? Then I see young men's love does not lie truly in their hearts, but in thine eyes.
Thou chidest me oft for loving Rosaline.
For doting, not for loving pupil mine.
And badest me bury love.
Not in a grave to lay one in, another one out to have.
I pray thee, chide me not. Her I love now doth grace for grace and love for love allow. The other did not so.
Oh, she knew well. Thy love did read by rote that could not spell. But come, go with me, in one respect. I'll thy assistant be. For this alliance may so happy prove to turn your family's rancor into pure love.
Oh, let us hence, I stand on sudden haste.
Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast.
Where the devil should this Romeo be? Came he not home tonight?
Not to his father's. I spoke with his man.
That same pale, hard-hearted wench. That Rosaline torments him so that he shall sure run mad.
Tybalt, the old kinsman of Capulet, hath sent a letter to his father's house.
A challenge on my life.
Romeo will answer it.
Alas, poor Romeo! He's already dead. Run through the ear with love's song, the very pin of his heart cleft with the boy's butt shaft. And is he any man to encounter Tybalt?
Why? What is Tybalt?
More than a princess of cats. Oh, she's the courageous captain of compliments. She fights as you sing a prick song, keeps time, distance, and proportion. Ah, the immortal passado, the punto reverso, the head.
The what?
A pox at such antic, lisping, affecting fantasticos. The new turners of accent.
Oh, here comes Romeo. Here comes Romeo.
Signor Romeo, bonjour. You gave us the counterfeit fairly last night.
Good morrow to you both. What counterfeit did I give you?
The slip, sir, the slip. Can you not conceive?
Pardon, good Mercutio. Case such as mine, a man may strain courtesy.
Oh, as much to say, a case such as yours constrains a man to bow in the hams.
Meaning to courtesy.
Thou hast most kindly hit it.
Most courteous exposition.
Nay, I am the very pink of courtesy.
Oh, here's goodly gear.
Peter!
Anon.
My fan, Peter.
Good Peter, to hide her face, for the fan's the fair face.
God you good morrow, gentlemen.
God you good e'en fair, gentlewoman.
Oh, is it good e'en?
Oh, 'tis no less, I tell you. For the body hand of the dial is now upon the prick of noon.
Out upon you. Gentlemen, can any of you tell me where I may find the young Romeo?
I can tell you, but young Romeo will be older when you find him than he was when you sought him. I am Romeo. I am the youngest of that name, for fault of a worse.
If you be he, sir, I desire some confidence with you.
She'll indict him to supper.
A bod! A bod! Ooh, a bod! Soho! Come, Romeo! Well, to your father's, well, to dinner thither.
Go, I will follow you.
Farewell, ancient lady. Lady.
Scurvy knave! Pray you, sir, what saucy merchant was this that was so full of his ropery?
A gentleman, nurse. One who loves to hear himself speak, and will talk more in a minute than he will stand to in a month.
And to speak anything against me, I'll take him down. Oh, and must you stand by too and suffer every knave to use me at his pleasure?
I saw no man use you at his pleasure. If I had my sword would have quickly been out.
Now, before God, I am so vexed every part of me quivers. Scurvy knave! Pray you, sir, a word. Now, as I told you, my young lady bid me inquire you out. Now, what she bid me say I will keep to myself. But first, let me tell ye, if you should deal double with her, truly were an ill thing to be offered to any gentlewoman, and very weak dealing.
I pray thee, nurse, commend me to thy lady and mistress. I protest unto thee.
Oh, good heart. And I, faith, I shall tell her as much. Lord, she will be a joyful woman.
Bid her devise some means to come to shrift this afternoon. There at Friar Lawrence's cell she will be shrived and married. Here's for thy pains.
No, truly, not a penny.
Go to, I say you shall.
This afternoon, she shall be there.
Farewell. Commend me to thy mistress.
Aye, 1,000 times.
The clock struck 9 when I did send the nurse. In half an hour she promised to return. Perchance she cannot meet him. Oh, that's not so. Oh, she is lame. Had she affections and warm, youthful blood, she'd be as swift in motion as a ball. My words would bandy her to my love and his to me. But old folks, many fain as they were dead, unwieldy, slow, heavy, and pale as lead. Oh, God. She comes! Oh, honey nurse, what news? Hast thou met with him? Send thy man away.
Peter, stay at the gate.
Tell me, O Lord, why lookest thou sad? Though news be sad, yet tell them merrily.
Oh, I am a-weary. Give me leave a while. Fie, how my bones ache. What a jaunts I've had.
I would thou hadst my bones and I thy news. Nay, come, I pray thee. Speak good, good nurse. Speak!
Jesu, what haste. Can you not stay a while? Can you not see that I'm out of breath?
How art thou out of breath when thou hast breath to say to me that thou art out of breath? Let me be satisfied. Is it good or bad?
Oh, Lord, how my head aches. Oh, what a head have I. Oh, my back. Back. Oh, at the other side. Oh, beshrew your heart for sending me about to catch my death with jauncing up and down.
I faith, I am sorry that thou art not well. Sweet, sweet, sweet nurse, tell me, what says my love?
Your love says, like an honest gentleman, and a kind, and a courteous, and a handsome, and I warrant a virtuous. Where's your mother?
Where is my mother? Why, she is within. Where should she be? How oddly thou repliest. Your love says, like an honest gentleman. Where is your mother?
God's lady dear, henceforward do your messages yourself.
Here's such a coil. Come, what says Romeo?
Have you got leave to go to shrift today?
I have.
Then hie you hence to Friar Lawrence's cell. There stays a husband to make you a wife. Hie you to church. I must another way to fetch a rope ladder by the which your love must climb a bird's nest soon when it is dark. I am the drudge and toil in your delight, but you will bear the burden soon at night. Oh, hie you to the cell. I'll to dinner.
Hie to high fortune, honest nurse, farewell.
So smile the heavens upon this holy act, that after hours with sorrow chide us not.
Oh, do thou but close our hands with holy words. Let love-devouring death do what he dare. It is enough I may but call her mine.
These violent acts do have violent ends, and in their triumph die like fire and powder, which as they kiss consume. Therefore, love moderately. Long love doth so. Too swift comes as tardy as too slow. Oh, here the lady comes. Oh, so light of foot.
Good even to my ghostly confessor.
Romeo shall think thee daughter for us both.
Ah, Juliet, if the measure of thy love be heaped like mine, sweeten with thy breath this neighbor air, and let rich music's tongue unfold the imagined happiness that both receive in either by this dear encounter.
But my true love is grown to such excess, I cannot sum up some of half my wealth.
Oh, come, go with me. Oh, for by your leaves you two shall not stay alone, until Holy Church incorporate two in one.
I pray thee, good Mercutio, let's retire. The day is hot, the capels are abroad, and if we meet, we shall not scape a brawl.
Thou art like one of those fellows that, when he enters the confines of a tavern, claps me his sword down upon the table and says, God, give me no need of thee. And by the operation of the second drink, draws him upon the drawer when indeed there was no need.
Am I like such a fellow?
Thou? Why, thou wilt quarrel with a man that is a hair more or a hair less in his beard than thou hast.
And I were so apt to quarrel as thou art. Any man should buy the fee simple of my life for an hour and a quarter.
The fee simple. Oh, simple.
Oh, by my head, here comes the Capulet.
By my heel, I care not.
Gentlemen, good evening. A word with one of you?
Oh, but one word with one of us. Couple it with something. Make it a word and a blow.
You shall find me apt enough to that, sir, and you'll give me occasion.
Oh, can you not take some occasion without giving?
Mercutio, thou consorts with Romeo.
Consort? What? Dost thou make minstrels of us? Thou make minstrels of us. Look to hear nothing but discords. Here's my fiddlestick. Here's what'll make you dance, zounds consort.
We talk here in the public haunt of men. Either withdraw unto some private place, or reason coldly with your grievances, or else depart. Here all eyes gaze on us.
Man's eyes were made to look, so let them gaze. I will move, for no man's pleasure I.
Well, peace be with you, sir. Here comes my man. Romeo! The love I bear can afford. Thou art a villain.
I am no villain. Therefore I see thou knowest me not.
Boy, this shall not excuse the injuries that thou hast done to me. Therefore turn and draw.
I do protest I never injured thee, but love thee better than thou canst devise until thou know the meaning of my love. Therefore, dear Capulet, whose name I tender as dearly as mine own, be satisfied.
Oh, calm, dishonorable, vile submission! Tybalt! Thou rat catcher! Will you walk?
Ooh, what wouldst thou have with me?
Good queen of cats, nothing but one of your 9 lives. Will you pluck his sword from his pilter ere it be out?
Ooh, I am for you.
Good Mercutio, put thy rapier up.
Come, sir, your passata!
Tall Benvolio, beat down their weapons. For shame, forbear this outrage. Good, gentle Mercutio, Tybalt, hold. The prince expressly hath forbidden bandying in Verona's streets. Tybalt, hold. Please, good Mercutio. Oh.
I'm hurt. The plague on both your houses. I'm sped. Is he gone and hath nothing?
What? Art thou hurt?
Aye. A scratch. A scratch, Mary, 'tis enough, fetch a surgeon.
Courage, man, the hurt cannot be much.
No. 'Tis not so wide as a church door, nor as deep as a well, but 'tis enough. 'Twill serve. Send for me tomorrow, and you will find a grave man. On both your houses! Why? The devil is now come between me! I've hurt under your arm!
I thought all for the best!
Help me to some husband, will you? Or I shall faint! Apply on both your houses! Handmaid them deceived me! And sadly too! Your houses!
Man hath got his mortal hurt in my behalf. Oh, Juliet, that beauty hath made me effeminate, and in my temper softened valor's steel.
Romeo. Romeo. Ray of Mercutio is dead.
This day's dark fate on more days doth depend. This but begins the woe, others must end.
Here comes the fiery devil back again.
What? Alive? In triumph? And Mercutio slain? And away to heaven, respective lenity, and fire and fury be my conduct now! God! Devil, take that villain back which late thou gavest me! For Mercutio's soul is but a little way above our heads. Stink for thine to keep him company. Either thou, or I, or both must go with him!
Thou wretched boy that didst consort him here, south with him hence!
I shall determine that.
Romeo. Away! Be gone! The citizens are been Tybalt slain! Away! Be gone! The prince will do thee death if thou art taken! It's away! Be gone!
Oh, I am fortune's fool!
Why dost thou stay? Tybalt, my cousin, my dear kinsman. Prince, as thou art true, for blood of ours shed blood of Montague.
Benvolio, who began this bloody fray?
Tybalt. Your slave, whom Romeo's hand did slay. An envious thrust, the life of stout Mercutio, and then turned and fled. But by and by comes back to Romeo. And two, they go like lightning before I can air to drop them. Then Romeo did turn and fly. This is the truth, or let Benvolio die!
He is a kinsman to the Montague. Affection makes him false, he speaks not true. I beg for justice, which thou, prince, must give. Romeo slew Tybalt. Romeo must not live.
No!
Romeo slew him. He slew Mercutio. Who now the price of his dear blood doth owe?
Not Romeo, prince, he was Mercutio's friend. His fault concludes, but with the law should end. The life of Tybalt.
And for that offense, immediately we do exile him hence.
Exile?
I will be deaf to pleading and excuses. Nor tears nor prayers shall purge us out abuses. Therefore, use none. Let Romeo hence in haste. Else when he is found, that hour is his last. Bear hence this body and attend our will. Mercy but murderers, pardoning those that kill.
Come, gentle night. Come, loving, black-browed night. Give me my Romeo. And when I shall die, take him and cut him into little stars, and he shall make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garnished sun. How now, nurse? What news? Why dost thou wring thy hands? Oh, Lilith, he's dead. He's dead. We are undone. Lady, we are undone. Alack the day. He's gone. He's killed. He's dead. Can heaven be so envious?
Oh, Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, if he be slain, say I worth not know.
I saw the wound. I saw it with mine eyes. Tybalt, the best friend I had, and ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered? And is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dearer lord?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo banished. Romeo that killed him, he is banished.
Oh God, Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did. It did. Alas, the day it did.
Serpent heart hid with a flowering face. Did ever a dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove-feathered raven, wolfish ravening lamb.
These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blessed be thy tongue for such a wish. He was not born to shame. Upon his brow shame is ashamed to sit. Oh, what a beast I was to chide at him.
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Ah, poor my lord, what tongue shall soothe thy name when I, thy 3 hours wife, have mangled it? My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain. And Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort. Wherefore I weep then? Where are my father and mother, nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they his wounds with tears. Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Death, not Romeo, take my maidenhood.
Oh, I'll find Romeo to comfort you then. I wot well where he is.
Find him. Give this ring to my true knight and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Come, thou fearful man. Affliction is enamored in these parts, and thou art wedded to calamity.
What news?
I bring thee tidings of the prince's doom.
What less than doomsday is the prince's doom?
A gentler judgment vanished from his lips. Not Buddy's death, but Buddy's banishment.
Banishment? Be merciful, say death.
Hence from Verona art thou banished. Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. Hence, banished is banished from the world.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! This is dear mercy, and thou sees it not.
'Tis torture and not mercy. Heaven is here, where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing, may live here in heaven and look upon her. But Romeo may not. Romeo is banished.
Oh, thou fond madman, hear me little speak.
Oh, thou wilt speak again of banishment.
I'll give thee armor to keep off that word. Adversity's sweet milk, philosophy to calm thee, though thou art banished.
Get banished. Hang up philosophy.
Oh, then I see madmen have no ears.
How can they when that wise men have no eyes?
Let me dispute with thee of
thou
thy
canst not speak of what thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet, thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst I tear thou hair and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise! One knocks, good Romeo! Stay a while! Arise! One knock! See, thou wilt be taken by and by! Who knocks so hard? Whence come you? What is your will?
Let me come in, and you shall know my errand. I come from Lady Juliet.
Welcome, then.
Holy Friar, tell me, Where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground. With his own tears made him drunk.
He's even in my mistress's case. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up and be a man. For Juliet's sake. For her sake, rise and stand.
Speakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Does she not think me an old murderer? Where is she, and how does she? What says my lady to our cancelled love?
She says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and then falls down on her bed and starts up again. And Tybalt calls, and then on Romeo cries, and down falls again.
If that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, murdered her, if that name's cursed hand murdered her kinsman.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out, thy art, thy tears are womanish, and the wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake was thou but lately dead? There art thou happy. Go get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend to her chamber hence and comfort her. But stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 1,000,000 times more joy than thou went forth into lamentation.
Here, sir. A ring she bid me give you, sir. Hie you. Make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell. Good night.
Farewell. 'Twas a grief so brief to part with thee.
There will now be a 10-minute intermission.
I thought you were playing dancing. No.
on the fifth floor. Yeah.
Skip the song.
I'm not skipping it, I'm changing it.
Good song.
What? This one.
Good song.
What is it?
Sure, you should like that.
Okay, I'm not gonna change it. I'm just gonna add something.
Yeah, we're gonna get it. Okay.
I don't even know where that. I was back there yawning.
Like 0. Yep. Curtis said they're talking to his girlfriend. So Grant's talking to his girlfriend. And the same, probably figured out when he brought his phone. I was looking at this office. So the world's wrestlers just had it. Oh yeah, he was all dressed up and everything stole 2 bags of chips. Chips in there? Yeah, Lay's in there? I was looking for Fritos and the Fritos are completely gone. You should eat them all. I know, I'm about to bring my own bag. I'll bring the cookie cake. I'll just be devouring it during the show.
He had the dinner, but then he also after the dinner was sectional tennis experiment. So after his dinner, he had to report the results of that because he finished doing it. That night, so.
Probably. It's like right here. Okay, I'm just dealing with the board. Forever. And you took one of my cookies. Wait, Grant McDonald? That's a first? We're gonna have Nick go in, swoop, and steal her. I mean, like literally. Is that a woman? Is that shooting bullshit thing? The friends. Quote unquote friends. a sword fight in the bathroom. Me and my history teacher. Drum expectors. No, I just fixed all of them. I just turned up the game.
"'Tis very late. She'll not come down tonight."
These times of woe afford no time to woo. Madam, good night. Commence me to your daughter.
I will, and know her mind early tomorrow.
Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her with my son Paris's love, and bid her, mark me, that on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. Oh, Thursday. Oh, Thursday be it then. Oh, Thursday next. Tell her that she shall be wed to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste?
My lord, I would that Thursday were tomorrow.
Get you gone. Go, wife, prepare her against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. Was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear?
'Twas the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Therefore I must be gone and live, or stay and die.
Yon light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night a torchbearer, and light thy way to Mantua. Therefore, stay yet. Thou needest not be gone.
Let me be taken, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon grey is not the morning's eye, nor that is not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heavens so high above our heads. Come, death, and welcome. Juliet wills it so. How is't, my soul? Let's talk. It is not day.
It is. I hence be gone away. 'Tis the lark that sings so out of tune, straining harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say she makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. I would have thee gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light, more dark and dark our woes.
Madam,
Nurse!
your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be weary. Look about.
Then window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell. One kiss and I'll descend.
Oh, thinkest thou we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not, and all our woes shall serve as sweet discourses in our time to come.
I have an ill-divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low, as one buried in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails, or thou lookest pale.
Trust me, love. In my eyes, so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu, adieu.
Be fickle, fortune, for I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who's it that calls?
Juliet!
It is my lady mother.
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What? Wilt thou wash him from his grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make him live. Therefore, have done.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
Well, weep us not so much for his death, girl, as that the villain who slaughtered him lives.
What villain, madam?
That same villain, Romeo.
Villain, and he may be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart. And yet, no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands would none but I could venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it. Fear thou not. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo until I behold him dead. Madam, if you could find out such a man that would bear poison, I would temper it, that Romeo, upon receipt thereof, could soon sleep in quiet.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now I tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
Tell me, I beseech your ladyship.
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who, to put thee from thy heaviness, had sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectest not, nor I look not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is this?
Mary, my child, early next Thursday morn, the valiant, young, and noble gentleman, the County Paris, at St. Peter's Church, will happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church, and Peter too, he will not make me there a joyful bride. Go in and tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet, and I swear that when I do, it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it at your hands.
Oh, now, a conduit girl. What? Still in tears? Evermore showering? And a wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir, but she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft. Take me with you. Take me with you, wife. How will she none? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed, unworthy as she art, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her bridegroom?
Not proud that you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
Oh, how chopped logic, what is this? Proud. And I thank you. And I thank you not. And yet, not proud. Mistress Minion, you. Thank me no thanks, and proud me no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next, and go with Paris to St. Peter's Church, or I'll drag thee on a hurdle thither. Out, you grain sickness carrion! Out, you baggage, you tunnel face!
Fie, what are you, mad?
Good father, I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang the young baggage, disobedient wretch. I tell thee what. Get thee to church o' Thursday, or never after look me in the face.
But father,
Speak not!
I don't want
Reply not! Do not answer me! My fingers itch. Out on her hilding.
You are to blame, my lord, to rape
Face
her.
you mumbling fool!
You are too high!
God's bread! It makes me mad! Day, night, hour, tide, time, in play, in work, alone, in company, still! My care has been to have her matched! And having now presented a gentleman of noble parentage, and have a wretched, bawling fool to answer, I'll not wed. I cannot love. I am too young. Pray thee, pardon me. Or if you'll not wed, I'll pardon you. graze where thou wilt, you will not house with me. If you be mine, I'll give you to my friend. If you be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets. Trust to it, bethink you, I will not be forsworn!
Oh, sweet my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word. Do as thou wilt, for I've done with thee.
Oh, God. Oh, nurse. How shall this be prevented? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse.
Faith. Here it is. Romeo is banished. Then, since the case so stands as it now doth, I think it best thee married with the county. He's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. Beshrew my heart, I think you happy in this second match, for it excels your first, and if it did not, your first is dead. Or 'twere as good he were as living here, and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from the heart?
And from the soul, too, or else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady that I am gone, having displeased my father to Friar Lawrence's cell, to make confession and to be absolved.
Mary, I'll go. This is wisely done.
Ancient damnation, O most wicked fiend, go, counselor, thou and my bosom henceforth are twain. All to the friar to know her remedy. If all else fail, myself have the power to die.
On Thursday, sir? The time is very short.
My father Capulet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's minds. Uneven is the course, I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death, and therefore have I little talked of love. For Venus smiles not in the house of tears.
Look, sir, here she comes hence towards my cell.
And happily met, my lady and my wife.
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, on Thursday next.
What must be, shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come you to make a confession to this father?
Are you at leisure, holy friar, now? Or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me now, pensive daughter. Excuse me, God, my good lord, we must entreat this time alone.
God shield that I should disturb devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse thee. Until then, adieu, and keep with you this holy kiss.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come and weep with me, past hope, past care, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear that thou must, and nothing may prorogue it. On Thursday next be married to the county.
Tell me not that thou hearest of this, lest thou tell me how I may prevent it. Give me some present counsel, or twixt my extremes in me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire. I long to die if what thou speakest speak not of remedy.
Oh, daughter, I do spy a kind of hope. If, rather than to marry the County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, and if thou hast the strength to turn away this shame, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap rather than marry Paris off the battlements of any tower, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and I will do so without fear or doubt, to live an unstained life to my dear Lord.
Well then, go home, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow, look that thou lie alone. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off, while presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor. For no pulse, no warmth, no breath shall testify that thou livest. Each part deprived of the supple government shall stiff, stark, and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. And in our country's manner, in thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to the same ancient vault where all the Capulet lie. Shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come from Mantua. He and I will watch thy waking, and hither shall he take thee hence to Mantua.
Give me, oh, tell me not of fear.
Oh, well then, go home, be strong and prosperous. I'll send a friar with speed towards Mantua.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear friar.
So many guests invite as here or writ. What, has my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
Aye, forsooth.
Well, she might do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is. How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gaddling?
Where I have learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition, and beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county. Tell him this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me find such needful ornaments as you see fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There's time enough.
Go with her wife. We'll to church tomorrow morning. All things will be well, I warn thee, wife. Go thou to Juliet, help to deck up her. I'm not to bed tonight. Let me alone. My heart is wondrous light.
Aye, those attires are best, but I pray thee, leave me to myself tonight.
Need you my help?
So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, as I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night, and get thee to bed, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. Come, vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow evening? No, no. This shall prevent it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison that the friar subtly hath ministered to have me killed, lest in this love she should be dishonored because she married me before to Romeo? How, if when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time Romeo comes to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not then be stifled in the vault, and there die ere my Romeo comes? Oh, if I live, it is not very like so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that human mortals hearing them run mad. Oh, if I wake, will I not be destroyed? distraught, fire knit with all these hideous fears, and with some kinsman's bone as with a club dash out my desperate brains. Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost, seeking out Romeo, who did split his body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt! Stay! Romeo. 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 Here's a drink. I drink to thee.
Stir! 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 Nurse! Why? But how what nurse, I say? Go waken Juliet. The Countess will be here with music straight. I'll go and chat with Paris. Hi, make haste. Make haste! Make haste, I say, the bridegroom, he has come already.
Mistress? What mistress? Juliet. Why, lamb. Why, lady. Fie, you slug a bed. Why, love, I say. Madam. Sweetheart. Oh. Why, bride. Mary and amen. How sound is she asleep? I needs must wake her. Madam. Madam. What? Dress in your clothes and down again. I needs must wake you. Lady. Lady? Lady. Alas. Alas. Help. Help! My lady is dead! Born. Oh, my lord. My lady! Oh, lamentable day.
What is the matter?
Look. Look. Oh, heavy day. Oh, me. Oh, me. My child. My only life. Revive. Look up, or I will die with thee. Help. Call help! Help!
For shame, bring Juliet forth. Her lord has come.
She is dead. Deceased. Alack the day. Oh, she's dead. She's dead. She's dead. Oh.
Alas, she's cold.
Oh.
Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff.
Oh, lamentable day. Oh, woeful time.
Death has taken her hence, make me well. Dies at my tongue and does not let me speak.
Come. Is the lady ready for church?
Ready to go, but never to return. Oh, son. The night before thy wedding day, death has lain with thy wife. There she lies. Death is my son-in-law. Death is my heir. Have I thought long to see this morning's face? And doth it give me such a sight as this?
Accursed, unhappy, wretched, hateful day! But one poor and loving child. Oh, but one thing to rejoice and solicit in death, and catch it from my sight.
Beguiled, divorced, wronged, spited, slain. Most detestable death, by thee beguiled. By cruel life be overthrown. Love, life, not life. What's love and death? Despised, distressed, hated, martyred, killed. Uncomfortable time, why camest thou now to murder? Murder our solemnity. Oh, child. Oh, child, my soul and not my child. Dead art thou. Alack, my child is dead. And with thy child, all my joys are buried.
Peace. Oh, for shame. Confusion's cures lives not in these confusions. Heaven and you had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all. Sir, go in. And madam, you must go with him.
No. My Juliet. Angelica. Oh, my sweet. My Juliet.
Sir Paris, go you too. We must prepare this fair maid unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon thy ill. Young son, move them no more by crossing your high will.
If I may trust the flattering truth of sleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. I dreamt my lady came and found me dead, and breathed such kisses with life in my lips, that I revived and was an emperor. News from Verona. How now, Balthazar? How is my lady? Dost thou any letters to me from the friar? Is my father well? How is my lady Juliet?
Romeo.
For that I ask again, for none can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument, where immortal part with angels lives. Oh, pardon me for bringing such ill news.
Even so? Then I deny you, stars! Go, get me ink and paper. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Thou art deceived. Go, do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar?
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone. I'll be with thee straight. Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. mischief. Thou art swift to enter into the minds of desperate men. I remember an apothecary, hereabouts it dwells, which late I noted lay in tattered weeds, with overwhelming brows. Sharp misery had worn him to the bone. Noting this penury, to myself I said, if a man did need a poison, here lives a caitiff wretch would sell it him. What ho, apothecary?
Who calls so loud?
Come hither, man. I see that thou art poor. Hold. Here's 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison, such swift and soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall dead.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any he that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fierce to die? The world is not thy friend, nor any of the world's laws. The world affords no laws to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it and take this.
My poverty, but not my will, consents.
I pay thy poverty, not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will and drink it off, and if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There's thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls and doing more damage in this loathsome world than these poor compounds thou mayest not sell. Come, cordial, not poison. Go with me to Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
Holy Franciscan Friar, Sister Ho! Oh, that same should be the voice of Friar John. Welcome from Mantua. What's his Romeo? Or, if his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to hear a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me, here in this city, visiting the sick. And finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting we were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
Bears my letter then to Romeo?
Oh, I could not send it. Here it is again.
Oh, unhappy fortune. By my sisterhood, this letter was not nice, but full of charge of dear import. Oh, and the neglecting it may do much damage. Friar John, go hence and bring me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Sister, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within these 3 hours shall the fair Juliet wake. Oh, she will beshrew me much that Romeo hath no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua, and I will bring her straight unto my cell until Romeo come. Poor living corpse, trapped in a dead man's tomb.
Hence, and stand aloof. Yet put it out, for I would not be seen. Under yond yew trees, all along thee lay, holding that you're close to the hallowed ground. So shall no foot upon churchyard tread, being loose and unfirm with digging up of graves. So shalt hear it. Whistle then to me, as a signal that thou hearest something approach. Give me the flowers. Do as I bid thee, go!
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet, I will adventure.
Sweet flowers, with flowers thy bridal bed I strew. Woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, with which sweet water nightly I will do. The boy gives warning that something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies in true love's right? What? And with a torch? Muffle me night a while.
Give me that wrenching iron. Hold. Here, take this letter, and early in the morning see that thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee, whatever thou hearest or seest, stand but aloof, and interrupt me not in my course. For the time and my intents are savage,
Romeo.
wild, more fierce and inexorable far than empty tigers of the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that. Live, be prosperous. Farewell, good fellow.
For all the same, I'll hide my hereabout. His looks I fear, and his intents I doubt.
O detestable maw, O womb of death, gorged on the dearest morsel of the earth, I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. And come here to do some villainous shame to the dead bodies. I will apprehend thee. Stop thy unhallowed toil, vile Montague. Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Condemned villain, I do apprehend thee. Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must, and therefore I came hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence. Leave me, I beseech thee, put not another sin upon my head by urging me to fury. Indeed, I love thee better than I love myself. I came hither tonight armed against myself. Stay not. Live. Be gone. And hereafter say, a madman's mercy bid thee run away.
I do defy thy conjuration. I apprehend thee, for thou a felon here.
Wilt thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy.
Oh, Lord, they fight. I'll go call them off.
I am slain. If thou be merciful, lay me with my Juliet.
In faith I will. Let me look upon thy face. Mercutio's kinsman, the noble County Paris. Give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. Grave. Oh, lantern, slaughtered youth. Here lies Juliet, and her beauty makes this vault a feasting presence full of light. my wife. Death that hath sucked the honey of thy lips hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Thou art not conquered. Should I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous? That the lean, abhorred monster keeps thee in dark to be his paramour? For fear of this, I shall stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain, with worms that are thy chambermaids. Here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you the doors of breath, seal with a righteous kiss, a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct. Come, unsavory guide. Thou desperate pilot, and run at once upon the dashing rocks thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. True apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
Oh, Romeo! Romeo! Romeo. My son. What unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance? The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I remember well where I should be. There I am. Yet where is Romeo?
I hear some noise, lady. Come from your nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. Thy husband in thy bosom there lies dead. Say not to question, for the watch is coming. Come, fair Juliet, come go with me. Go. Get thee hence, for I will not away.
This? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison, I see, has been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all, left none for me thereafter. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to let me die with the restorative. Lips are warm. Yea, noise, then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rest, and let me die.
What calls our person from our morning's rest?
Sovereign, here lies Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, still warm and newly killed. Here is a friar.
Oh, heavens. Wife! Look how our daughter bleeds.
Come, Montague, for thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege, my wife is dead tonight. What further woe conspires against mine age?
Look and thou shalt see. Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while.
Romeo, they're dead. Was husband to thy Juliet. Juliet, they're dead. That was Romeo's faithful wife. I married them, and their stolen marriage day, well, that was Tybalt's doomsday. Whose untimely death banished the new-made bridegroom from the city.
Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death. This letter he early bid me give his father.
Give me the letter. I will look on it. This letter doth make good the friar's words. The course of their love, the tidings of her death. And here he writes that he did buy a poison of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague, see what a scourge is laid upon your hate. That heaven finds means to kill your only joys with love.
Good brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure. No more can I demand.
Then I can give thee more. Shall we raise her statue in pure gold? That's all Verona by that name is known. There shall no figure at such day be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his ladies lie. Poor sacrifices to our enmity.
A gloomy peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go hence and have more talk of these sad things. Some will be pardoned, others punished. For never was there a story of more woe than this of Juliet and her Romeo.
We were both young when I first saw you. I close my eyes and the flashback starts. I'm standing there on the balcony of summer air. See the lights, see the party, the ball gowns. See you make your way through the crowd and say hello. Little did I know that you were Romeo, you were throwing pebbles, and my daddy said stay away from Juliet, and I was crying on the staircase, begging you please don't go.
Thank you for joining us this evening. The cast will meet any family outside for meet and greet. There will be no indoor meet and greet. Thank you.